How you doing? My name's Matt, and I'm here to talk to you today about the Jayco Eagle travel trailer. I'm really excited to talk about this travel trailer. It's very light, it's amazing amenities, and the Jayco company, how it has a 2-year warranty, how they've been in business for 43 years, and build a superior product. So let's get right to it. There's a lot to cover. First thing I want to show you is this more aerodynamic front piece. This is a one-piece fiberglass cap. That's absolutely amazing for getting better fuel mileage, and it's just a sharp, sharp look. Really important to look right here. This is where your not ABS. The competitors are using other products here where this is going to be a fiberglass product as well, so it won't be a different color. It'll look really sharp. Let's take a quick look how easy it is to get to your tanks. 2 30-pound tanks. We fill these for you. We don't charge you for that. And we're going to teach you how to use your camper with a full prep and demo. Really easy to use, and it's an automatic transfer switch. So you're out there camping, you need to refill a tank, it's going to be easy. And then it's real easy to get this back on. Nothing to it. A couple other features here in the front is you got some nice bright lights. So if you're going to leave earlier in the morning, if you're leaving the campground late, you get to a campground late, you're able to hook up. You're able to unhook your camper in some light, so that makes it a little bit easier. Let's talk about the framework a little bit. This is a huge feature on Jayco. Every other brand, I shouldn't say that, a lot of other brands are not fabricating their frame the same way. This is an integrated A-frame. What that means is this tongue, this A piece, is part of the framework as opposed to being tack welded and sitting on top. This camper is going to be towed by your truck, even a half-ton truck if you wanted to use a half-ton, and it's going to be bouncing around down the road. And as that happens, as you hit bumps and stuff like that, a tack weld will want to come apart. That's not going to happen with a Jayco. This is all part of your framework. That's really, really important. John, let's take a quick look on the side here. First thing I want to show you, piano hinges. This is Jayco trying to make things look sharper on your camper. It's really important because you're not going to get those rust marks that you used to when it had the hinges all the way through. You're getting a big storage door, so you're going to be able to put a lot of things in there. A lot of other brands, they're a third of the size smaller. You're going to get your diamond floor. This is a piece of linoleum that covers every single piece of this flooring. This is a 5/8" plywood floor, tongue and groove. This is the best floor in the industry. You're not going to have any problems with this, and then it's covered, so any water, any spills, anything inside your camper, you're going to be protected. If you had this set up and you had a soda right here, sitting here, or a pop, it spills, you don't have to worry about it, you just wipe it up, it's going to be clean, your camper is going to be okay. Another nice feature is that these are all round radius. So we call them vacation killers, the square ends. If you're here, your kid comes around the end, boom, catches this, your grandchild catches this, you're going to the hospital. But with a Jayco, you're not going to have problems like that. So here we have our electric awning. This is a power awning. Press button out, press button in. Very easy to operate. And a new feature is that you can pitch this. So if it's raining out, you want to sit underneath your awning, you can pitch it just like a manual awning so that there'll be runoff. The big advantage of that is when you pitch your roof, you have a round radius door that's not going to catch your awning. It's not going to tear. And that's really important to keep your camper in good shape so that you can resell it. Resale value on a Jayco is considerably higher than any other brand. That's a proven statistic, and time and time again, people have less maintenance issues and get more money back when they sell their Jayco. Right here, another feature we're going to look at. This is an option. You can get an optional exterior grill, and it would hang off right here. And down below, you have a quick connect. So this goes right to your propane tanks. It's easy to set up your grill and cook outside, hang out underneath your awning, put your outside speakers on, listen to the ball game, turn on the radio, have some drinks outside if you want to. It's really about enjoying your camper, and that's what it's all about. We've been in business for 31 years now. We're Jayco's largest buyer and seller in the world, and we love camping. You know, I've met the owners of this company camping, and that's what we still do, and we want to make it fun for you, fun and easy. The door, it's a round radius door, like I said. It's also 30 inches wide. So that means getting in with groceries, getting in with big boxes when you're getting your camper ready to go out, it's easier. Also easier for folks to get in and out of the door. The steps here are bigger. These are 10-inch, the Big Easy. That's what Jayco calls them. So 10 inches wide, easy for older folks to get on in because it's 3 steps and the wider platforms. Kids, when they're running in and out of the camper, should they be doing that, they have a bigger platform to step on. You're not going to have anybody falling out of the camper or taking a spill. And then the bigger grab handle. That's going to help everybody out so you're able to get in and out safely. Let's take a look down here. I'm going to get underneath here, John. You're going to have to follow me in. But there's some huge features I want to show you here. First is your suspension system. So this is going to ride like no other camper out there. This is a MoreRide 3000 suspension system. Everything is going to be riding very smoothly, and it's very important because not only is this how it tows behind you, but all of the things that you have inside your camper aren't going to be moving around. So you're not going to have broken dishes. You're not going to be coming into a broken chair because it flew all over the place. That's not going to happen. Here we have the aluminum rims. This is an option, but it makes it look really sharp. It also is never going to pit. It's not going to rust like a steel rim would. So many people buy in this camper, and this is the 328 RLTS, which is a very popular floor plan. People will buy this aluminum rim so that it looks sharper and stays better. The reason we're underneath here is because I want to show you that this has a steel wheel well. This is protecting your floor. We're also talking about the frame here a little bit. So every other brand, what they do is they take a piece of metal, they take another separate piece of metal, and they take another separate piece of metal, and they weld it all together to create an I-beam. Jayco makes one piece solid structural I-beam. This camper, your foundation is better than any other brand out there. That's really, really important. So your suspension system and your I-beam working all together is making that you're going to have a better camping trip. You're going to get there safe. You're going to have a lot more fun. You're not going to dread getting in your truck and pulling the camper. This all makes it real easy. One other thing I want to show you is that you have a polypropylene product. This is a fully enclosed underbelly. So this polypropylene product is nearly puncture-proof, and it's really important because as you go down the road, things are going to be kicking up, debris is going to be kicking up. This is what's enclosing your underbelly. Jayco fabricates this and connects it to their I-beams in a different way than any other manufacturer. What they do is they have clips on this I-beam that hold it in place, where other folks are just drilling holes through it. So when you get to the campground, there's debris, there's things kicking up in the road. You're not going to have rips or tears of that underbelly coming off. Formerly, back in the past, a lot of brands used metal down here, and wind alone could capture it. That won't happen with this product. It also makes it more aerodynamic. There's less drag. That aerodynamic front, the polypropylene here enclosing your underbelly, you're going to have less drag on this camper. Jayco windows are really important. These are going to have bigger moldings around the edge. You don't have to worry about this coming out of your wall, of your vacuum bonded wall. This is one solid structure, 144 tons of pressure for 18 minutes to fabricate this wall. But these rounded radius edges, just like an airplane, won't allow wind when you're going down the road to pull the window out. That's not going to happen. You're buying a camper, when you buy a Jayco, that's better than anything else on the road, with a higher resale value, with a better warranty, a 2-year warranty. That second year, you're still covered. Anything happens, you still have Jayco behind you. They've been in business for 43 years now, and it's amazing what they do for their customers. They love camping, and they have a really great heartfelt sincerity for taking care of their customers. That vacuum bonded wall on the other side, that's a lot of companies are doing that. What they're doing is called pinch rolling. They just kind of put it all together and say, here's a little pressure around the edges, and it's all sealed up. Jayco has a 6-sided aluminum cage construction, and then they put in their bead foam, and then they glue it and they put it under 144 tons of pressure for 18 minutes. The reason that's important is it's not going to delaminate. It's not going to come apart. A lot of other brands, even if they are doing some form of vacuum bonding, this higher grade vacuum bonding by Jayco, they will do hung fiberglass here in the sidewalls and here in the back of your camper. So here, that's as solid as every other single wall in this camper. It's really important because this is going to go in and out. So your gasket is always going to run smooth along here. With hung fiberglass, it wants to get wavy. It wants to allow water in. Sometimes it'll even capture your slide out. That will never happen with a Jayco. It's a really, really well-built product. This has a gasket inside and out to keep water out. You're going to be really happy with this. Make sure you're taking a look at that. Make sure you're looking back here. Vacuum bonded as well. A lot of other brands, they're just doing hung fiberglass here. When you do that and you put a window in place, you get big bubbles. It looks horrible. It also is a future problem. You don't have future problems with Jayco. You have less maintenance. You're going to enjoy camping. You're going to have a great time. Before we head to the other side, I just want to take a quick peek at your bumper. You know, if you back into a tree, should somebody ever rear-end you when you're going down the road, this bumper is truly part of your frame. So this is meant to protect the body of your camper and just make it that you're safe. And a nice feature, we'll go around the other side and take some more look at some more stuff. This roof is actually trussed. So it's a residential trussing. It's a walkable roof. Really important that they created this new height. You can see the curve. This interior is going to be 3 inches taller than any other Jayco that's ever existed. The Eagle line is taller now, so it's 84 inches at the crown roof. Also, the crowning allows water to run off the roof. You're never going to get pooling up there. You're going to get a rubber roof, a seamless piece of rubber from front to back, and that's going to have a 12-year warranty, so you never have to worry about your roof. That's going to be 3/8-inch plywood decking up there, really solid construction, no OSB board in this camper. It's all real wood. They're building a superior camper with a better warranty. You have your stabilizer jacks back here. You're going to have 4 on this camper, just meant to set you up and make sure it doesn't move around. Really solid camper, so that doesn't happen even now while we don't have the jacks down. This is going to be a 30 amps cord service, and it's going to be 25 feet long, so it's easy to get it connected in. Again, these walls are all solid, vacuum bonded. Moving down a little bit, this is going to be your intake and exhaust for your refrigerator, your Norcold fridge. This is some outside storage. You can put oars in there for kayaking, fishing poles if you needed to go in there. But it's a lot of storage space, and it's outside storage space, which is really nice. Again, remember, you're going to have that more ride suspension, so this is going to ride really well. Outside shower. I love this because when folks are going to camp near the beach, when folks are going to be out there and they have dogs and little kids and they're running around, they're muddy, you rinse everybody off and keep the inside really clean. Moms love that you're coming back into the camper and not making a mess. This is going to be hot and cold water. This is your exhaust for your heating system. This is an intake for your water fill system if you're going to do some dry camping. Really important feature right here is the black tank flush. This is a standard feature. Used to be that you had to go inside your camper and bring a hose with a magic wand and go inside the toilet in order to clean out your black tanks. And that would be for smell or if you were having problems with your gauges. Now, if your gauges aren't working properly, usually it's because of toilet paper. So you just hook this up when you do your dump. They'll have a hose. It's pressurized water. You put it on there and there's a spindle, just like a hose sprinkler system upside down. It cleans it all out. It's going to be really easy, and it means you don't have to take a trip to come and get your tanks fixed because there's really nothing wrong with them. It just needed to be cleaned. This is your 6-gallon hot water heater. Some really important features here. This is a gas electric DSI. That means that this will spark from the inside. You do not have to come outside and start your hot water heater. This is also an aluminum tank as opposed to a steel tank. Steel corrodes and you need an anode to take all those particles out. That doesn't happen with this tank. There's going to be cleaner water and less maintenance and less money for you to spend. You're never going to have to change that rod. City Connect. This is if you're at a campground, your hose is going to connect there. It's going to be pressurized water. And your black tank, gray tank. For all you folks who aren't campers, and this is going to be the first camper you're going to buy an Eagle. We teach you how to do everything. Don't worry about it. We're not going to set you off without knowing. We do a prep and demo at no charge. We teach you how to do your winterization. We teach you how to do your black water, your gray water. You'll leave to go camping and know what to do with this camper and have no worries. Another slide out. This is a triple slide unit. So as we go inside, you're going to see how spacious this is. And this is your wardrobe slide on your bedroom. So it's going to make a very open floor plan in there as well. A couple other things in the front. This is your pass-through storage. We looked at the door on the other side. We didn't really look at how big this storage area is. It goes through all the way to the other side. That means you can get everything you need. You know, a lot of folks will buy this floor plan in particular, a 328 RLTS, to go down to Florida, Arizona, Texas, and winter in it. And when you do that, you need a lot more stuff. Here you're going to have the storage space for that. All real wood you can see in there as well. They're not using any other products. They want it to stay together really well. It also is is all green. This has a green certification. Jayco really puts a lot of effort into making sure that they recycle products and use higher end products, no formaldehyde. These things are really important because your camper is going to be better built. Let's take a look inside. So as we come on inside, really easy to get in here, your bigger steps, bigger door. Let's take a look at the interior. This is an opposing slide unit, so you'll see how spacious it is. First, let's look over at your dining area. Here it's freestanding table and chairs. Jayco's making all their own furniture. Here, they started this storage area. People love this, a little extra space to have some knitting in there or something, plates, anything that you need for your table area. You can have a booth dinette. This is an option, so you can get the booth dinette or you can get the table and chairs. Pleated window shades, you'll see that throughout. This is a really nice feature. It's better than having metal hanging over there and bouncing around and getting damaged. This is going to be pleated shades. They stay together in much better shape. Lots of nice light fixtures. These are more residential style than a camper style. Over here, this is another option. These are going to be your barrel chairs, recliner chairs. I'm sorry, not recliners, rockers. And this is an option. They're really nice. They're very comfortable. Jayco's making those in-house. You can have another couch over here. Coming to the back, this is another feature that is an option. This is the ledge stone fireplace feature. So this is, you can have your TV up here in a fireplace that gives off 5,100 BTUs of heat. It's an electric fireplace, or you can just have the light on. The other option is to have the TV that comes up and have a big window back here instead, which is really nice. Sometimes folks want that set up. Coming around, you're going to have your Jensen stereo system that's really meant to go down the road. It's an automotive brand. It's meant to be bounced around as you get from point A to point B. You're not going to have problems with that broken, or it'll still work when you get where you want to be. So just want to take a quick look here. The foil insulation here that Jayco puts down inside their slide outs. This is in the roof and the floor. Other brands aren't doing this. This is going to put an R15 value on your slide outs. That's really important. This is going to be a hide-a-bed. So let's show you real quick. Jayco's making these cushions, and I really like that they come off because that means that those cushions aren't on the floor when you set it all up. Here you go. You pull this all out. Your mattress is stored underneath. You put your mattress underneath. You put these pillows up top as a header, and you have a whole hide-a-bed, an air mattress that inflates in 60 seconds. It's back down in 60 seconds. There's an outlet for it right back there. Just while you can see here, look how deep these slide outs are. These are huge slide outs. These are 36 inches deep. And there's windows that you can open on the ends, so you can get cross ventilation. You're going to have Florida windows or jalousie windows, so you can leave a window open while you're gone for the day, and rain wouldn't come in the window, so that's really important. Jayco cabinetry. Raised wood panel cabinetry, it's all over. Jayco knows storage is really important. This is going to be raised wood panel top and bottom, all handmade Jayco cabinets. Just Amish quality construction. That's what this is all about for Jayco. And you're going to get tons of deep storage. I mean, this is because this slide out is so deep, you can have really deep storage. These are glued and screwed. All this is glued and screwed together. This is not just stapled together. Looking at the Norcold fridge. This is an option. This is an 8 cubic foot fridge. They do have the magnet front, which is really nice. I like the idea of going around the country and picking up magnets everywhere. I do that when I travel now, so to have them all up here I think would be fun. The Norcold, it's really important to talk about this brand, which Jayco doesn't make it. This is one of the appliances they buy. They buy top of the line appliances, and they always use Norcold. That's really important for a couple of reasons. One is it has temperature setting. So if it's a day that your refrigerator needs to be colder, you can click that on up. If it needs, you're seeing that eggs and milk are starting to get frozen, you can turn it down a little bit. So other brands don't do that. It's set at the factory and that's it. The other thing is it's made in the United States, so you need parts, something does happen in your fridge, we can get it for you and get you fixed, and you're not going to lose your refrigerator for even a camping trip, never mind the whole camping season. Plus it's bigger, so you can get a lot more food in here, and that allows you to do less trips to the grocery store. I like this in the ice box here. This is It's actually a freezer, not an icebox, but in this area, it's a nice big deep lip. So as you stack things in here, you're going down the road, things won't come out on you as you open that door. And I think that's really important. Looking at our stove, this is an Atwood stove, just like it's an Atwood hot water heater out there, and an Atwood oven. This is a 21-inch oven. This is standard, so you can do bigger meals in here. That's really important when you're going to use this camper as a space for 3 months or 4 months that you're living out of, should you go south in the winter. Now you can cook full meals and have folks over and sit down to a nice meal. Other thing is this burner burns at 9,000 BTUs. Most of the time that won't be really important, but if you go to higher elevations, this will be important because you're going to get a real flame that you can boil water. For anybody who's really into cooking, this will get you a higher flame that a professional chef would normally use to cook at higher temperatures. So that'll allow you to saute things better and quicker. This is going to be a microwave that really does cook. It is not a low wattage microwave, so that's really important. We're giving you lots of countertop space here. This Jayco has tons of area for you to set out chopping boards, to set bowls with things as you put things together for dinner. It's really a nice setup. And then for cleaning up, you got the 60/40 sink. This is going to allow you to have a big pot. You're doing some corn, you're making some chili, you want to be able to get your pot in here. And this is a residential style, so you can go ahead and clean and have no problems getting in there. And then you have the covers, so you can actually use this as countertop space if you needed to. Let's take a look. These are full extension ball bearing drawer glides. So what that means is that it's not those plastic or metal that just rub on each other and don't want to slide. This is full extension. Other brands, you got to reach back here. It stops here. Jayco is going to be full extension, and it's all real wood, all hardwood up front. This is Jayco quality right here. You're going to have 3 more drawers and tons of storage. So pots and pans. There's another drawer underneath your oven. There's lots of storage up top. Raised wood residential cabinetry. Deep enough that you can put plates up here. This camper is meant for setting up shop and being able to live out of it if you wanted to. The Eagle line is really well built. And your Jayco warranty, 2-year warranty, so other brands aren't going to even cover their cabinetry after the first year. Jayco will. Let's just look up at the roof real quick here. Look how tall it is. I'm not a very tall person, but this is just spacious. This is 84 inches at the crown of the roof here. And then you're going to have your speakers, which is going to be a surround sound system, and you have your ducted AC. Really important. Let's look at this louver right here. And you can control this. It's directional. You can close off this ducted AC. This runs through your whole camper. So at night you're going to bed, you don't need the AC on out here. You can shut this off and lower the temperature and just use the AC up front. Let's take a look into the the bathroom area. Porcelain toilet bowl with a foot flush, sanitary. It's definitely a better situation. Then you have your ducted heat. This is not inside your cabinet. You're going to get all this storage space, good for towels, good for linens. There's your linoleum, your diamond floor continuing underneath all of your cabinetry, under every single piece of furniture and carpet and cabinetry in this entire camper. Another big feature about a bathroom, a lot of brands don't just have a mirror on the wall. This is going to be a real medicine cabinet. And there's going to be a lot of space in there. Real shower door. So real glass door, not just a hanging shade. And here starts your slide out for your wardrobe. You're going to get lots of storage space in here. A lot of the ability to do some hanging storage is down a little bit, but lots of drawers here. Full extension. And let's take a quick look into the bedroom. This camper is just 8,400 pounds, really light but really spacious. You can sense all the space here in the bedroom where you lose a lot of space. I've walked through my bathroom into the queen bed area. It's a walk around queen bed. There's tons of room. There's this slide out here that allows me to have all this room and tons of storage. All that hanging storage there with drawers down below. So Jayco, for all the years they've been designing campers, they know what needs to be done to make your camping experience better, to make it more fun, to make it easy. You know, no one's saying I need more space or, honey, I have to jump over you to get into the bathroom. It doesn't happen like that. It's you have your own side of your bed, and then tons of storage underneath your bed here. That accesses your outside storage too. So should you need to get something that you put in the outside storage, you can get it right from the inside. You don't have to go outside. And then more storage area. This camper is set up with so many different features, so many great storage areas, but let's just quickly talk about some of the top features. You have your aerodynamic front, you have your 2-year Jayco warranty, you have your Amish construction, you have your vacuum bonded walls that aren't going to delaminate, you have a heated enclosed underbelly standard. This camper is set up for a long-term stay. It's going to have a higher resale value, it's going to have less maintenance issues. You're just going to have fun. You're going to get out there and camp. You're going to come home from work and you're going to say, well, honey, let's go, and you're going to hook up the truck and head out and have a great time. And Jayco's a great company. We're going to work real hard for you. Call a dealership, come in and see us, look at all the selection. The Eagles are wonderful. They're huge, and we're selling a lot of them. Come in and see us. See you soon.